So guess what? End Tribalism in Politics tweets out, New York City Mayor Eric Adams joins RFK Jr. and Tulsi Gabbard in explaining why he left the Democratic Party. Just keep in mind, Eric Adams has received more graft than Joe Biden's hair transplants. And he thinks the Democrats don't represent him.
Remember the Al Smith dinner? And Trump, I go,
Trump
watch
said,
what's going to happen
yes.
with Eric Adams. And Trump goes, I get a feeling you're going to be okay. I saw this coming.
Yes.
So,
Grading your flight.
And that's exactly what you happen. So people often say, well, you don't sound like a Democrat. And, you seem to have left the party. No, the party left me and it left working class people. And our conversations that we should be talking about are not the issues that everyday people that are in power are talking about. People are concerned about the future of their families. And that should be our focus. And that's the focus of this administration.
It does seem that way.
It does seem that way.
Eric Adams is a corrupt guy that he somehow skated they were turning on him and then he got some kind of protection. I wonder if he ratted somebody out about something because he's such a corrupt guy. Eric Adams is a scumbag.
They all do what he did. So you could tell that he crossed the wrong person or the wrong deep state or somebody because he took trips to Turkey. They gave him free trips to Turkey. That's what they're getting him on. And he gave building permits.
Yeah.
Everybody does that. So for them to do that to him, Bill Clinton took $500,000 from a Kremlin bank.
You're not really going to get elected unless you've thoroughly, like how the great Joe Biden once said, showed that you're a whore to the
That's right.
major donors.
Like you're willing to prostitute yourself to the money men.
And I swear to God, I really believe this. Trump's not blackmailable. And that's one of the reasons he's unacceptable for democracy, because you can't blackmail him.
It seems that way. That seems the worst thing they could get on him was that there was an undercover video of him on a hot mic saying that if you're famous enough, women will let you grab him.
They let you, he said.
He said they will let you. Women will let you grab him by the...
Yeah. And by the way, we know that's true because all the stuff that's come out since about Hollywood scumbags.
Of course it's true.
Yeah.
Of course it's true.
It's called the Scottsdale handshake, by the way, if you go to Scottsdale.
It's called the Scottsdale handshake?
Yeah, I've heard of this literally. Like, cause Barry Crooms just be like, I've never heard anyone say it. I have. What do you think money does? By the way, everybody in the medical profession, all the doctors that went along with Big Pharma, they allowed Big Pharma to grab them by the pussy, didn't they? If you have money, they let you do anything. That's a fact.
Okay. All right. So there's Eric Adams saying that not a Democrat. Democratic Party left him. He's not part of the party anymore. There it is. He just said it.
Yeah, he was trying his best to be corrupt, and it wasn't enough for them.
It wasn't enough. All right, over to Steph.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Here we go. Peter version 1. Jimmy and his guests have the same eyeglasses. I did not think so. Excellent guest. I've been listening busy with my son with remote learning, aka homeschooling for snow days. His passion made me listen closely. Thank you, Derek. Much appreciated. Have this guy back on the show soon, Jimmy. Yes, I'm eager to see if he ends up being able to meet with Trump this Friday. I wonder if he's going to come to town to meet him. That was N. Welsh. On 9/10/01, Joe Biden was on TV worried about an anthrax terror event that would require investments in new genetic vaccines. Sound familiar? mRNA inventor Robert Malone, his buddy Stephen Hatfield. No. Thank you, John. I would like to suggest a gong instead of bells. Thank you, Maxwell. I will look for a gong. I like the idea of a gong, too. Robert, will Jimmy ever interview James Earl Files, the guy who fired the last shot at JFK? Robert, thank you for that recommendation. That is a first for this show. Much appreciated. Please interview Jennifer Bilek, author of the 11th Hour blog and book. This is not about the LGB, the deaf bartender. Thank you for the recommendation. A new generation of people who have never known real discrimination have entered the movement after all the aims had been achieved, but they still want something to do, so they invent discrimination. Jack P. 22, thank you, Jack,
They want discrimination. That's what they want. That was what that whole equity nonsense was discriminate in my favor over other people.
Agreed. Hey, check out microwave radio frequencies, 5G, 6G, graphene, nanomaterials, technologies used in neurological warfare by Fabian Durrell on pubmed.gov. Hemcar. Thank you, Hemcar. Slaying Hope. If I was a trans kid, I'd be terrified too, because every time I looked in a mirror, I'd see the face of my killer. Slaying Hope.
Yeah, there's no such thing as that. I'm going to come out and say that's not a thing. A trans kid. I mean, unbelievable.
There's this one trans comic that she talks about how they don't like a lot of trans people use that dead name, don't dead name me, which I think is terrible because that person existed. And this one comic, she talks about how much she loves Henry, her old self, right? She loves Henry because Henry has a retirement fund. Henry owns a home. So I think that's pretty funny. Isn't it weird?
Put Henry on the line?
Isn't it weird the word sanction has two meanings that are polar opposite? Thank you, Holocaustifter. All right. NG Hermit, watch this. Tyler Fisher has a take on Trump's inner monologue at that church. Thank you for the link, NG Hermit. I will check that out. Everyone is freaking out about Elon. Hold on. I got to get a gong. Everybody's freaking out about Elon Musk throwing a supposed Nazi salute. Then in the summer, you'll take your kids to Disneyland forgetting Walt Disney was a Nazi supporter. Look at you, my_war, coming in with the facts. Love you, Jimmy. But I disagree. Look at you, Ann Janice. I disagree with you on Musk. His family were card-carrying members of Canada Nazi Party before moving to South Africa. They moved to South Africa because of that ideology, and neurodivergence lowers impulse control. Ann Janice, I appreciate that perspective, Ann. Janice, if you could reason with people, you wouldn't have to. The 138. Oh, so wise. So wise, 138. Jimmy, I know you're down about your hair. I know it, buddy. But you look magnitudes better with that old man gray. Wise looking quite the silver fox. I think you could have taken out that old man gray. I think you were really good, Bradley, up to that point. All right, let's see what else I've got here, girls. Kerp knows puberty blockers are bad. Hold on. That's for you, AG men. Kerp knows puberty blockers are bad. He's living proof. Look at you, AG Main, coming in for a show. Does it feel like I didn't go through enough puberty to you? Is that what I look like to you? Hey, Kurt, Son wants to know, when are you dropping your podcast? Oh, I still got to record a couple more of them. Okay, all right. I did a whole season of them. Oh, look at you. A whole season of them. Hey, Elon. Yeah, in the meantime, go on Bad Art Show. I do that one. That's Jenna's right, one. Right, Bad Art. Check it out. One's good. Last one's very good, I think. FSL, Elon is a space nerd. Obviously, he's throwing up the Romulan salute. He answers to a greater power. FSL. It's just, is everybody a child that they don't understand a autistic person being awkward? They're all going to sit and make hay out of this nonsense when there's so many more things that you could look into. Yeah, why are you focusing on that? Go mind control. That's what everybody's under, and they're very stupid. Mm-hmm. Everyone's a moron. Isn't that weird? Well, all the smart people are morons now? It's easier to focus on that Hitler salute than it is to how many children are missing. Where are all the children, right? Aren't there something like over 200,000 children that are missing from the border? Take your pick of things that are missing. Take your pick of the ruin of the country that you live in. Other people, China's not doing good. They got flying cars in China now, in the commie country. I don't believe it. I don't believe they have flying cars. Give it a goog. Agent Archer, surveillance state stooge, CIA tech bro, and Oracle founder Larry Ellison wants to use AI to make mRNA vaccines to cure cancer. What could possibly go wrong? Time to have Dr. Malone back. You got that right, Agent Archer. You know, it's so funny seeing you sit over there right now. I'm like, what is she getting ready to do? Jimmy, what are your thoughts on Trump trying to overturn birthright citizenship? Wouldn't you agree that something's enshrined in the Constitution? Do you agree with Trump? No, Jimmy does not agree with Trump. I'll say that for Jimmy anyways. But like, I'm
About what?
Say it again, Kurt.
Agree with him about what?
Do you agree? What are your thoughts about Trump overturning the birthright citizenship?
I think if you're born here, you're.
Yeah,
Did
you're
it
born here, you're a
overturn
citizen. But a lot of people, want to say that the people that come here just to have their babies, anchor babies and stuff like that.
I've always been for anchor babies. I like that. That's like an international game show.
I've often wanted my own anchor baby. That didn't work out. I'm barren.
America's like an NBA player that foreign women must hook with a baby.
Democrats have turned their backs on the working class. My_war. The man fought fires all while one is raging within him. What a great guest. Hope to see him on again, Agent Archer. J Pro Plumbing. Jimmy, can you please have Christina Urso at Notre Dame's on to discuss Gretchen Whitmer's Fed-napping hoax? Very important issue being ignored by everyone. Costello, please I already answered that one, Costello. I know you want us to do that. Pause it, all that, fast forward. Yeah, but that's the perk we give the live stream. My_war. In God we trust. All others pay in digital currency. Great, got that one. All right, let's see here. I read that one. I'm just reviewing stuff that I haven't gotten to yet, just in case. Read that one. Vigilante Cheetah, you're very generous today. What's going on? Check out Microwave Radio. Ferguson Purple. Okay, read. Oh, the announcement of the Golden Age is an announcement of the Romans becoming slaves. America is Rome. Dark purple glue. At 1:09, Jim Lee of Climate Viewers shows military documents admitting they sent hurricanes to Cuba using weather weapons. And that's on Rumble. Thank you, Hempcar. Purple glue. The village people rep the rainbow. The rainbow reps the Noah Hyde laws. The Noah Hyde laws. I'm not familiar with that. Purple glue. Thank you. The deaf bartender. Thank you for the recommendation of Jennifer Bialik. Fuck the government for going to church on Inauguration Day. They got exactly what they deserved, acting like they're moral. Fuck them. Sound Chaser, they've been doing it ever since 1933, I guess. That's been a part of that day's events.
It's not a real church, by the way. It's an Episcopal church, which is like a nonsense church. I mean, it's utterly... it couldn't be less of a... I don't know why anybody would bother to go to church at that point if they're going to be Episcopalian, because it's not... It's like the weakest tea of being like a Christian. Just don't bother with it if you don't like it,
Yes.
Don't put on a rainbow priest outfit.
Yeah. Yeah. I have an issue with the rainbow flag at church.
It's just like, hey, I want to be a diverse Klansman.
I mean, if you're going to church, aren't you? Yeah, if you're going to church already, isn't it just you're supposed to be welcoming the masses anyways? Why do you have to have a flag to show that who you're welcoming? Ah, boy, don't get me started. Hey, a new generation of people who have never been real discrimination have entered the movement after all the aims had been achieved, but they still want something to do, so they invent discrimination. That was from Jack. I think I read that one earlier.
There's no jobs. So what are they supposed to do? They have school loans and they learn absolute nonsense in school.
Oh,
just worthless nonsense. All that shit that I hate, that I've heard for the last 12 years, came from millennials that were never going to own anything. They got cheated. And to cover over the fact they got cheated out of everything, they were given free reign to do identity bullshit and act like little kids. And that's why we're here where we are now.
Yeah. That is such a long conversation I want to have with you. Hey, so all good Lori, she said she went on The View. So I guess the bishop went on The View. No, I'm gonna have to watch that. She went on The View, just a thirsty, dumb bitch. Love you. Nothing wrong with being thirsty, dumb, or a bitch, just so you know. AG Main says, I read that one already. FSL, Space Nerd, got it. Surveillance State Stooge, Ellison, got it. Son Skeets, got it. They're disagreeing with Jimmy, got it. Everyone's freaking out, got it. Bradley Dose, got it. All right, I got through them, ladies and gentlemen. work through that. Hey, we have a show coming up February 1st, stand-up show. All the shows on jimmydore.com are upcoming stand-up dates. We're going to be all over the place, but February 1st, we just added that to our shows, stand-up show February 1st at Two Roads, 7:30 p.m. And then February 15th, we have another show. And then Jimmy's going to be in Dallas and at the Mothership. Go to jimmydore.com. Jimmydore.com.
What about our show?
I just mentioned that, Mr. Dore. February 1st and February 15th at Two Roads Theater. It's a quaint little theater, and right across the street from Vitello's, and that the place where what's his name? Robert Blake murdered someone. So that's fun fact. This shirt. This is one of our new T-shirts that we have on sale. So we were talking. Somebody goes, "Why don't we ever push our merch?" Here we go, pushing the merch. There you go, dudes and dudettes. All right, let me see anything else. Okay, here we go. I'm scrolling. Let's see what this one. Thank you, Jimmy, for everything you do. You and Kurt are hilarious and makes the truth tolerable. Misha is hilarious. Steph is the glue that keeps it together. Color looks great on Jimmy. Thank you. Thank you. And that was from our good friend, the Robert Paulson. The Robert Paulson. I love it. Okay, let's go on. Getting ready. Jimmy, 2073 is a must-watch film. American First. Thank you, American First. Much appreciated. I'll hand that to him. All right. I don't know what that's about. Oh, Betsy can't wait to see you, our special guest. Betsy is very excited about that one.
Turn off the AC.
Here you go.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
All right, let's see here. I'm still scrolling.
Okay.
Still scrolling. Are you all set?
Yeah.
All right, you feel good, comfortable? You can kick that out of your way if you want to.
The
Yes. No. All right, we're going to fix something.
Okay.
Do you want to talk to the audience right now while I get up?
Come to me.
All right. Good.
Oh. Here's a little song I wrote. You're mandated to sing it note for note. You'll own nothing. And be happy. It's time for the new world order. Confiscating the bricks and mortar, own nothing. And be happy. Digital currency, electric cars. Try to run, but you won't get far. Own nothing. Be happy. You're getting the hang of this. Okay, fewer people, less CO2. I'm determined to see it through. Own nothing. And be happy. See, look how happy I am. We eat the wheel, you eat the bugs. Don't comply and get jailed, thug. Own nothing. Be happy. Another pandemic is on the horizon, but I'll just sit back and enjoy a Hefeweizen. Own nothing. Be happy. Everybody. That's right. Here's a little song I wrote. You better sing it, note for note, or nothing. Be happy. I'm so carefree. You want some things to call your own, and we can't wait to come take your home. You own nothing. Hey, be happy.